My name is Lily Carter, and this is the story of how I truly understood the love of my parents, only when it was almost too late. Growing up in a small town in Oregon, I always thought my parents were too strict. My father was a war veteran, calm and silent like a mountain. My mother, a schoolteacher, was soft-spoken but firm. Our home was filled with rules, curfews, responsibilities, expectations. While my friends stayed out late, dated freely, and traveled every summer, I was home, helping with chores, studying, and preparing for a better future, as Mom would say. As a teenager, I started to resent them. Why did they hold me back? Why didn't they trust me? Why couldn't they be like other parents? I still remember the fight before I left for college. I had gotten a scholarship in New York, and I was overjoyed. My father didn't say much, just stared silently at the acceptance letter. My mom smiled, but her eyes were wet. "We're proud of you, Lily," she said, holding my hand. "But this world is not always kind. Be careful." "I'm not a child anymore," I snapped. "I can take care of myself." My father finally spoke. "Call us once a week. That's all we ask." I nodded, already annoyed by their conditions. In New York, I tasted freedom. Parties, friends, love. I was finally living the life I dreamed of. The weekly calls became monthly. Then, rare text messages. My parents didn't complain. They just said, "We miss you. Stay safe." In my second year, I fell in love with a guy named Tyler. He was smart, charming, and spontaneous. We moved in together against my parents' wishes. "You're still so young," my mother had said. "At least wait until graduation." I ignored her. I stopped answering their calls altogether. Months passed. Tyler changed. He became distant and angry. He accused me of cheating, monitored my texts, and insulted me when I cried. One night, he slapped me. I left him the next morning. Broken and ashamed, I returned to my college dorm. I hadn't spoken to my parents in 6 months. One rainy evening, after a long day of classes, I saw an envelope at my door. No return address, just my name in my father's handwriting. I opened it with trembling hands. "Dear Lily, we hope you're doing okay. We've noticed the silence, the distance. It hurts, but we understand. We raised you to be strong and independent. Maybe we forgot to show you that being strong doesn't mean being alone. When you were a baby, you cried every time we left the room. And now, here we are, waiting in a room you've left behind. No matter what happens, this house, and our hearts, are always open for you. Love, Mom and Dad. I cried for hours that night. Not because I was sad, but because I had been blind. I had pushed away the only people who had loved me unconditionally. I called them the next morning. "Mom," she gasped. "Lily, are you okay?" "No," I whispered, "but I want to come home." There was silence. Then my father's voice, deep and warm, "Come home, baby." I took the next flight. As soon as I walked out of the airport, I saw them. My mom with tears in her eyes, and my dad standing straight but emotional. I ran into their arms and sobbed like a child. That night, we sat at the kitchen table, the same place where I had argued, cried, and once declared I didn't need them. They didn't say, "We told you so." They didn't ask for explanations. They just made me my favorite soup and listened. I started therapy. I rebuilt myself. I learned that strength isn't about pretending you're okay. It's about having the courage to lean on others when you're not. Today, I live just 2 blocks from my parents. I visit them every Sunday. We cook together, laugh, and talk for hours. I still chase my dreams, but I now carry their love as my armor. Sometimes, we don't realize how much our parents love us until life breaks us down. But if we're lucky, truly lucky, they are still there, waiting with open arms, just like